We're seeing customers like Western Union, MoneyGram, they're leaning in and using our tools to solve a payments problem. And this payments problem is measured truly in the trillions of dollars. So while we're on kind of, mile marker 1 of a 26-mile marathon, we're definitely past the starting line.
That was Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse on Power Lunch earlier today when I asked him about the future of Ripple and how XRP, the cryptocurrency, could be used. And according to BK, what you just heard Garlinghouse say is the biggest thing investors are missing about Ripple. BK's over at the Plasma to break it all down. Hey, Beeks.
Hey, Melissa, thanks for that. Yeah, so Brad had some interesting things to say, and I thought it was really important to break down what he's talking about and what the opportunity, at least that Brad sees, and I think ultimately could be the bull case for Ripple. So let's break it down. Talking about the size of the payment markets, according to McKinsey, it's about $155 trillion is the size of the market. So your total addressable market is massive. Right now, if you take a look at what it costs to move $155 trillion, it's about $31 billion, roughly around 20 basis points is what it's costing you. So if using Ripple, and this is from Ripple stats, you could save about, according to them, about 60%. Well, how do they do that? So you use the Ripple ledger plus the Ripple currency, and that's the key to this 60% right here. The reason why using the Ripple currency, if people start doing this, is good for is the way you save is because right now banks have to hold foreign currency everywhere in the world. They're called nostro accounts. It's very cost intensive to have that inventory around the world. They can simply replace that foreign currency with XRP and they can save a lot of money on that. So let's take a look at what Ripple's been doing. Obviously it's been down. I think we have a chart here. Yep. Obviously down from the peaks up here, right? The whole crypto market has kind of gone sideways here. But what does Luis Yamada say? The bigger the base, the higher in space. In my view, you have to have people start using that XRP, that Ripple currency, in substitute for foreign currency, but that's the utility. That's the use case for Ripple, the currency. If that's the case, then that's a pretty nice base right there.
Should we invite BK
over?
Come
on.
Come on.
Have to.
All right, come on over, BK.
All right.
Ryan will bring the chair in.
Very good. Thank you,
Ryan.
Come over the Sharks. Yep.
So that's what I was trying to get at with Brad on Power Lunch today, and that is why hasn't XRP done better? They've been signing up all these contracts. All these financial institutions are getting on board using the Ripple ledger, and yet the currency itself is not reflecting any gain in value. So can you actually, the old saying, I'm a believer in the blockchain, but not in the cryptocurrency. Maybe it looks like that's true.
Well,
in the case of Ripple.
So the knock on Ripple is that you can use the Ripple, or I should say the knock on Ripple, if you're a currency investor, is that you can use the ledger without the currency. And that's why that currency has to have a utility. Ultimately, the purist in cryptocurrency will say something like the Ripple ledger actually really isn't decentralized if it's only being used by the banks. Adding that currency in makes it decentralized, and the purist in cryptocurrency would say you have to have the two to going together.
How is this not decentralized if it's only, I mean, if they sign up, is it only because it's being used within a company?
It's only being used within 70 banks or 100 banks or something like that, and they're all just verifying their transactions. So ultimately, it's really just a big database. The power, to me, where cryptocurrency comes in is using that token, because then you can really decentralize the software.
Are we really waiting for Ripple to be listed on a Coinbase for the next big move? It's the regulation that is really sort of gumming up the works when it comes to Ripple and some of the other coins out there right now.
To that matter, even the ICO space, right? So we've had this regulatory uncertainty. I mean, I think the SEC is taking a very thoughtful approach, but there's still uncertainty out there. And so a lot of ICOs have gone offshore. You don't see a lot of new listings, at least on Coinbase, until there's some clarity around that. Hopefully we'll get that by the end of the year.
Yeah.
The knock on Ripple, if you're a currency investor, is that you can use the ledger without the currency. Ripple, you can use the ledger without the currency. Ripple, you can use the ledger without the currency. And Ripple, you can use the ledger without the currency. And Ripple, you can use the ledger without the currency.
Hey, hey, hey.